Keep driving.
What are you doing?
This is a gun. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man.
Okay. All right.
On the night of February 10th, 2022, what started as just another Uber shift for 38-year-old Christina Spacuzza ended in something unimaginably tragic. Christina was a mom of 4 from Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania. She drove for Uber part-time to help support her kids, who were all between 1 and 13 back then. People who knew her said she was kind, hardworking, and completely devoted to her family. She was just doing her best to make ends meet. That night, she accepted a ride request from a man named Calvin Crew, a 22-year-old from Pitcairn. The request actually came through his girlfriend's Uber account, not his own. When Crew got into Christina's silver Nissan Sentra, he was wearing a dark hoodie, a hat, and a mask.
Hi, Nia. How are you today? I'm sorry?
Keep driving.
You've got to be joking.
Keep driving.
What are you doing?
This is a gun. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man. I got a family. What are you
I got
doing?
a family too. Now drive.
What are you doing?
Drive.
Please stop.
Drive the car, miss.
Why
Just
are you
drive.
doing
Don't
this?
Don't make this so noticeable. Just drive.
Why are you doing
Just
this?
drive the car.
To where?
Complete the trip.
I cannot do that.
Complete the trip.
Why are you doing this?
Complete the trip.
Please?
Complete the trip.
Please
Drive.
stop. Please, I'm begging you.
I'm begging
I have
you,
4
drive the
kids.
car.
What are you
Drive
doing?
the car. Complete it. Now drive.
Please
Don't
take that
move.
off of me. Please. No, no.
Keep driving. Do what I say and everything will be alright.
He sat quietly in the back seat as the car rolled through the quiet evening streets. For the first 10 minutes, everything seemed totally normal. Just another late night fare. Then, out of nowhere, Crew shifted toward the center of the back seat and suddenly pressed a gun to the back of Christina's head. For nearly an hour, he forced her to drive around several neighborhoods while he tried to get into her banking apps and transfer money. Christina kept pleading softly, begging him to stop, hoping he'd change his mind. But around 9:50 p.m., near Monroeville, he shot her once, a single gunshot behind her ear. After that, he dumped her body in a wooded area and abandoned the car, leaving nothing but silence behind. Christina was reported missing the next day. When police started tracking her last Uber trip, they found her car, and not far from it, her dashcam. That footage ended up being the key to understanding exactly what had happened that night. Uber's records traced the ride back to Crew, and within days, he was arrested. His girlfriend, Tanya Mullen, had been the one to book the ride, but she was never charged. It turned out Crew already had a history of trouble, a rough upbringing full of violence and neglect. Just 2 days before the murder, he'd actually been arrested for trying to buy a gun illegally, and was released without bail. 2 days later, he took Christina's life. He was eventually convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. At Cannon Horror Nights, known as the #1 haunted house in South Texas, people go there expecting to be scared. But one night, something happened that wasn't part of the act at all. Late one evening, an employee was working the closing shift, locking everything up by herself. The place was empty, quiet, and dimly lit. The kind of atmosphere that already gives you chills. As she walked through one of the hallways, she passed a mannequin that had been part of the attraction. Everything was normal, until suddenly, the mannequin's head turned. Not slightly, it moved just enough for her to notice. She froze, staring at it, trying to process what she'd just seen. And then, the head twisted even further, all the way to the side. Either way, it's up to you to decide what really happened inside that haunted house. In 2024, on a rainy night along Interstate 94 near 71st Street in Chicago, an Illinois state trooper found himself seconds away from tragedy. He'd pulled over to help a driver whose red sedan had been in a small crash. His squad car was parked behind it, emergency lights flashing. The usual signal for oncoming traffic to slow down and move over. The trooper walked up to the disabled car, leaning in toward the window to check on the driver. It was a pretty routine stop, until suddenly, everything changed.
Okay, all right, you gonna be able to climb out? Can you get out to the passenger side? We're sitting in the middle of the lane of traffic. Okay. Oh my God. Chicago 3408, 1050. Vehicle was just struck in the lane of traffic. If you could start fire this way. Chicago 3408. Be advised, I was partially struck.
Out of nowhere, two speeding cars came flying down the highway. Their headlights cut through the rain, and before anyone could react, one of the cars clipped the red sedan, sending it spinning right toward the trooper. Acting purely on instinct, he jumped back just in time, barely avoiding being crushed between the vehicles. The whole thing, the screeching tires, the impact, the chaos, it was over in seconds. But for the trooper, it must have felt like forever. When the dust settled, both he and the driver of the red sedan were shaken but alive. The driver had a few cuts from flying glass, but the trooper somehow walked away without a serious injury. As of October 2025, both speeding drivers were facing multiple charges: failing to move over, reckless driving, and more. Authorities didn't release their names, but a lot of people who saw the footage online couldn't believe how they ignored those flashing lights. Some even thought they might have been driving under the influence. Whatever the reason, everyone involved was unbelievably lucky that night. A single step in the wrong direction, and that trooper might not have survived. This is Shanquella Robinson, a 25-year-old entrepreneur from Charlotte who went to Mexico with friends in October 2022 and never made it home alive. At first, her death was brushed off as alcohol poisoning, but later, it was revealed she had been brutally assaulted, and it was all caught on video. Sadly, Shanquella's case isn't the only one like it. It was about 9:35 p.m. when Nia, her sister Latifah, and another sister, Tashia, arrived at the MacArthur BART station in Oakland to catch a connecting train. Tashia boarded first, while Nia and Latifah stayed back for a moment, smiling and waving at a baby in a stroller. Just a sweet, normal second. Then, out of nowhere, a man who'd been following them pulled a knife and attacked.
And before I know I could turn back, to me, and that's when Nia screamed my name.
Tell you in a minute. What's your name, sir? John Cowell.
Latifah heard her sister scream, "My neck," before she collapsed. The attacker, John Lee Cowell, was caught soon after. During his 2020 trial, his defense claimed insanity, saying he thought the sisters were aliens who'd kidnapped his grandmother. He yelled and disrupted court, pretending to be unstable, but the security footage told another story. It showed he had stalked the sisters, planned the attack, and even changed clothes afterward to hide what he'd done. The jury didn't buy his act. Cowell was convicted of Nia's murder, the attempted murder of Latifah, and premeditated lying in wait. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. For Nia's family, that verdict brought justice, but not peace. Her father suffered a stroke from the stress. Her sisters needed therapy to cope. Yet the community rallied together, celebrating her life in powerful ways. Hundreds attended her funeral, releasing dubs in her memory. NBA star Steph Curry hosted a basketball showcase in her honor, raising funds for her family. Her high school class even dedicated a part of their graduation ceremony to her. Nia had dreams: to open a dance studio, maybe become a paramedic, maybe work in criminal justice. On the night of September 17, 2025, what started as a quiet drive across Hot Tan Bridge in Hanoi turned into something no one saw coming. The bridge stretches over 8 kilometers across the Red River, one of Vietnam's longest and busiest bridges. It's a modern, high-speed route meant for cars and motorcycles, not bicycles. That night, a car was driving smoothly across the bridge, staying in its lane, everything calm and ordinary. But up ahead, through the dim streetlights, the driver noticed a faint figure coming toward him. A man on a bicycle, riding against traffic. He had no lights, no reflective gear, not even a helmet. Just an old bike and a dark stretch of road. By the time the driver realized what was happening, there was no time to react. The car swerved slightly, tires screeching, but it was too late. The two collided, head-on. The crash was brutal. The bike was completely mangled, the car's front end crumpled, and the cyclist was thrown a long distance down the bridge. He died instantly. What makes this even more tragic is that bicycles are strictly banned from the Hot Tan Bridge because of the high speed limit, up to 90 kilometers per hour. And yet, incidents like this keep happening. Witnesses said the man looked disoriented, maybe lost, maybe under the influence, or just trying to take a shortcut. Whatever the reason, his decision to ride into traffic broke every safety rule and left no chance for the driver to avoid him. Police launched an investigation, but as of now there's been no public update on who the man was. Many people expressed sympathy not just for him, but for the driver. Someone who did nothing wrong but still has to live with that memory. In the end, it's one of those tragedies that could have been completely prevented. On the morning of March 25th, 2024, 61-year-old Loletha Hall arrived at a home on South Charleston Clifton Road in Ohio. It was a normal delivery job through the Uber app. Pick up a package, drop it off, move on to the next one. But when she got to the door, everything went horribly wrong. The homeowner, William Brock, came outside, not with a greeting, but with a revolver in his hand. Confused and scared, Hall tried to explain she was an Uber driver, that she was just there to grab a package. But Brock didn't believe her. He demanded to know who sent her, took her phone, and wouldn't let her leave. Things escalated fast. Hall tried to back away toward her car, and a struggle broke out near the door. That's when Brock fired. Once at her leg, then twice more. He later told police he thought he was defending himself from a scam. But by the time he called 911, it was too late. Loletha was rushed to the hospital, but died during surgery from multiple gunshot wounds.
Yes.
No, I need to know what officer, sir.
You're gonna be in trouble.
Okay. Let me ask you this. The female you sent over here, you know who she is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, she's been in an accident. And this is actually an officer. It's Detective Cruz with the Clark County Sheriff's Office. I need you to dial a number, get this number so I can explain more to you. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry, we got disconnected there.
Okay.
What were you saying?
She was in an accident. This is Detective Cruz with the Clark County Sheriff's Office. She was taken to the hospital. I need you to call so we can get more information on her.
Okay, what type of accident?
It was a serious accident. We'll just say that.
A serious accident?
Yes.
Is she okay?
No, she's not doing well.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She just say she was taken to the hospital.
What hospital is she
I'm
at?
not going to tell you that until you meet me so I can make sure you're family or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna be there, give me 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Where is the gentleman that was there?
Huh?
The gentleman that was there. Where is he?
He's talking to us, so I need you to come.
Okay, thank you. I'll be there.
20 minutes, get ready. Let's see if he shows up.
Did they get stabilized a little bit?
She's in the ambulance, so they'll get her care flight to get her situated.
May have been an Uber driver, she may have not, we're not sure yet. But she broke into his house. She entered his residence without permission, allegedly to get this package of money. She didn't knock on the door and said, "I'm from Uber, can you please give me whatever the order is?" She entered his house without permission, without knocking. And when she entered his house, he thought that this was the time when he was either gonna die or he had to turn over the money. It's clear from the filings that we did last week that this will be a self-defense case. This is a case that, without dispute, involves the threat to kill an 81-year-old farmer. He reacted to that threat because he believed it to be true. And in his mind, there was no question that he either had to give the money to the con men and the assailants or be killed. Those were his two options.
Brock, meanwhile, had only minor injuries. Police learned that Brock had actually received scam calls earlier that day. Someone pretending to send packages to his home. But if he had just paused, just made one call to 911 before pulling the trigger, everything could have been different. Instead, fear and confusion took over. And an innocent woman, just doing her job, never made it home.